everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my personal journey of self-improvement. From struggling with procrastination and comparison to others to finding my own path and achieving my goals, I've learned a lot along the way. So, if you're struggling with similar issues, I hope my story can inspire and motivate you to make positive change in your own life. One of the biggest obstacles I faced was procrastination. I would put off important tasks until the last minute and then wondered why I wasn't achieving my goals. But I realized that procrastination was just a symptom of a deeper issue, fear of failure. I was so afraid of not doing something perfectly that I wouldn't even try. But I knew I had to overcome this fear if I wanted to succeed. So I started small. I broke down big tasks into smaller, manageable chunks and focused on making progress one step at a time. I also learned to reward myself for completing tasks no matter how small they seemed. And slowly but surely I started to build momentum and confidence. I used to waste a lot of time worrying about what others were doing and comparing my life to theirs, but I realized that I couldn't control what others did and that I needed to focus on my own growth and progress. So I made a conscious decision to stop comparing myself to others and start investing in myself. I started by developing new skills like reading, writing, and even taking up sports. The more I grew, the more I realized how much I was capable of. My education became a top priority, and I worked tirelessly to excel in my studies. And now I am taking it to the next level by sharing my journey with all of you on YouTube. One of the biggest challenges I faced was my study habits. I used to study for hours on end without taking breaks, thinking that the more I studied, the better I would do. But this approach only led to burnout and frustration. I didn't realize the importance of taking breaks to recharge and refocus. For example, when I was preparing for exams, I would only focus on learning new material without practicing what I had already learned. I wouldn't review past papers or test myself on the material. I would just keep learning new things without reinforcing what I already knew. This approach made it difficult for me to retain information and recall it when it mattered most, but I've since learned the importance of active learning and spaced repetition. I now make sure to take regular breaks to review that what I've learned, practice what I know, and to reflect on what I need to work on. This approach has made a huge difference in my ability to retain information and perform well under pressure. Another major breakthrough I had was learning to stop comparing myself to others. I realized that everyone's journey is unique and that comparing my progress to someone else was not only unfair to myself but also a huge waste of my time. By focusing on my own growth and progress, I was able to break free from the pressure of trying to keep up with others. I also learned to study smarter, not harder. In the past, I'd push myself to study endlessly, thinking more effort meant better results, but that approach led to frustration and burnout. Now I understand the power of breaks, active learning, and spaced repetition. By studying in a more focused and international way, I retain more information and stay sharp under pressure. One of the biggest challenges I faced was dealing with negative people who didn't believe in me. They would constantly criticize and doubt my abilities, making me feel like I was not good enough. But I realized that I had a choice. I could let their negativity bring me down, or I could use it as fuel to prove them wrong. I started by setting boundaries with these people. I stopped engaging with them and stopped seeking their approval. Instead, I focused on surrounding myself with positive people who encouraged and supported me. It wasn't easy, and I lost some friends along the way, but it was worth it. I used to waste a lot of time worrying about what others thought of me. I would try to fit in and please everyone, but it only led to feelings of anxiety and self doubt. But I realized that I couldn't control what others thought of me and that I needed to focus on my own growth and progress. I started by identifying my strengths and weaknesses. I worked on building my strengths and improving my weaknesses. I also started setting goals for myself, both short term and long term, and I made a plan to achieve them no matter what others thought. And one of the biggest obstacles I faced was self doubt. I would constantly question my abilities and wonder if I was good enough. But I realized that self doubt was just a normal part of the growth process. Everyone experiences it, even the most successful people. I started by practicing self compassion. I would remind myself that it's okay to make mistakes and that I am doing the best I can. I also started celebrating my small wins, no matter how insignificant they seemed, and I surrounded myself with positive affirmations, reminding myself that I am capable and deserving of success. Another major breakthrough I had was learning to build resilience. I realized that setbacks and failures are a normal part of the growth process and that they don't define my worth as a person. I started by reframing my mindset, seeing failures as opportunities for growth and learning. I also started practicing gratitude, focusing on the things I am thankful for rather than dwelling on negative thoughts. And I developed a growth mindset, believing that my abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication. I've moreover learned the importance of surrounding myself with positivity. I've curated my social media feeds to only follow people who inspire and motivate me. I've joined communities and groups that align with my values and goals, and I've invested in personal development, reading books, and taking courses to improve my skills and knowledge. So, what can you take away from my story? First, focus on your own growth and progress, and don't let negative people bring you down. Second, practice self compassion and celebrate your small wins. And third, build resilience by reframing your mindset and focusing on gratitude. If you're struggling with similar issues, I hope my story can inspire and motivate you to make positive change in your own life. Remember, it is not about being perfect, it is about being international with your time and energy. By focusing on your own growth, building resilience, and surrounding yourself with positivity, you can achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life. Thank you for watching my video until the end, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this.